If somebody doesn't like the rules in one state, they can literally drive 15, 20 minutes, be in a beautiful locale where everything appears as if it once did.
Coming up next, how one report sheds light on Idaho's relaxed virus regulations, now leading to more cases in Washington.
Beautiful sunshine on the first day of December, and we're tracking more on the second day. That and the rest of your forecast next.
And on this Giving Tuesday, we unveil a new community tech center and show you how it impacts those it serves.
Good evening, everyone. Thank you for joining us here for KREM 2 News at 5. I'm Whitney Ward.
Welcome, everyone. I'm Mark Hanrahan. Let's get right to our top story at this hour. Today, Spokane Regional Health reporting 327 new cases of coronavirus. 5 more deaths also being reported today. So far, 267 people have died in the county from the coronavirus. 102 people are currently in the hospital. To date, more than 17,528 cases have been confirmed in Spokane County.
And when you cross the Washington-Idaho border, it doesn't take long at all to notice how differently the two states are responding to this coronavirus pandemic.
A nationally published article is now shedding light on how Idaho's relaxed virus regulations are leading to more cases in Washington. KREM 2's Amanda Rowley spoke with ProPublica's reporter about this investigative piece.
Just 6 weeks ago, the national publication ProPublica began investigating neighboring states with conflicting coronavirus regulations. Its reporter David Armstrong found that Idaho's lack of consistency is affecting Washington. The article reports Washington is absorbing some of the costs, both human and economic, of Idaho's laxed approach to the virus.
Why did you decide to really focus and highlight Washington and Idaho?
Well, first of all, the two states have very different approaches to coronavirus. Washington state has a lot of limits on the ways in which people can gather and socialize and how businesses operate. And just over the border in Idaho, you have a much different situation where it's very permissive in terms of what can occur. There are some statewide regulations, but it's really dramatic, especially looking at it from an outside perspective, the differences. Idaho schools opened and had a full range of sports activities and other school activities as if it was 2019. You know, Washington was almost all remote learning. There's no high school athletics.
The article says Minnesota and South Dakota and Illinois and Iowa are also neighboring states facing similar inconsistencies. But of these states, Armstrong says Washington and Idaho show the most impacts.
Idaho sort of became an escape for Washington residents. It was basically open for business this summer. And if you look at the pictures in Coeur d'Alene and other areas, you know, you wouldn't know there was a pandemic, to be frank.
Who is at fault? Is it the Washington residents going over to Idaho and bringing the virus back over? Or is it Idaho for having those relaxed regulations?
So that's a really excellent question. And I think the answer is both things are true.
Armstrong also interviewed Robin Ball in Coeur d'Alene, whose ex-husband died from COVID-19 on October 15th. That's after he attended the Panhandle Blues Fest a month earlier. I spoke with her over the phone today.
Robin, ProPublica quoted you saying going to the Idaho Blues Festival likely killed Jim, your ex-husband. Do you think if Idaho COVID restrictions had been more strict or similar to Washington's, he'd still be here today?
Oh, absolutely. Yes, he would be. He hadn't been going anywhere for all these months. And Idaho was open, advertising on TV, come to Idaho, everything is open. I think everybody in the country should be wearing masks. Myself, that's my personal opinion, but I also feel that we should be doing the same thing that our neighboring states do, and especially with cities that are this close to each other.
Amanda Rowley, KREM 2 News.
Well, in other coronavirus news, the first child in Benton County, which is in the Tri-Cities area, has now died from the coronavirus. The health district there says the child had underlying health conditions and was between the ages of 10 and 19. 6 people under the age of 20 have died from COVID-19 here in Washington. That's according to the state health department.
I think this has just been really devastating, obviously very hard on the care team and all the families.
12 deaths have now been linked to an Okanagan County long-term care facility. The health department confirmed a coronavirus outbreak at the North Valley Extended Care in Tonasket. At least 12 people have died in relation to this outbreak and 32 have tested positive. It now raises Okanagan County's total COVID-19 related deaths to 27. The health district called the situation sad and unfortunate, but also said the care home has been proactive in trying to prevent COVID from entering the facility. Make sure and stay with us for KREM 2 News at 6 tonight. Our Taylor Vito will have more on that story.
1 year ago today, the symptoms of the new coronavirus were first detected in Wuhan, China. According to a published study, officials' figures show the virus killed nearly 4,000 people in Wuhan, but skeptics believe the true numbers are much higher. Many families accuse the government of initially concealing the outbreak and pressuring doctors to stay quiet. All right, switching gears to weather now. A perfect start to the holiday month here in December. We kicked it off with plenty of sunshine across the inland Northwest.
Yes, but here's the thing. Once the sun goes down, it gets really, really cold. And Tom Sherry is out there in the cold right now. Hi, Tom.
Can you see it?
I can. Your breath?
Seeing, you watch those Christmas movies.
Yeah.
I've been known to watch a few of those on the Hallmark Channel.
Oh, boy.
And, well, I'm just telling you, they'll be out there in the winter and you don't see any of the... That's when I know, hey, that's not right.
That's right.
34 degrees, that's the current temperature, ladies and gentlemen. You see the wind right now out of the northeast at 3 miles per hour. Needed to look at the screen. So at least we don't have much of a wind chill out here. But I got to tell you, today was absolutely beautiful. And aside from kind of a slick street, enjoyed a great walk today. You just have to bundle up for it. But anytime you can get that free vitamin D, that sun shining on you, I think that's a great day. This is a look at the current radar. And as you can see, we're not showing you any precipitation occurring across the area. How about the forecast? Day planner forecast calling for an overnight low of 25 degrees. We'll look for some patchy fog to set up. Where we do get that fog set up, it's going to stick onto the roadway and cause for some slick streets. But I think after we burn off the low clouds tomorrow, we should see more sunshine on your Wednesday, just like we saw today. And we'll shoot for a daytime high of 39. You know me, I'm always looking ahead to the weekend, and I think all of us should be doing that. We'll look for a dry weekend. I've got mostly cloudy skies both days. Overnight lows in the mid-20s, daytime highs in the mid-30s. I'll check the rest of your 7-day outlook, all coming up in a few minutes.
I stayed here last night. I was here about 4 o'clock yesterday to get here for Chick-fil-A. So about time we finally got one. We're so excited.
Wow.
Spokane's very first ever Chick-fil-A is officially open for business.
It is the day that many of you have been waiting for. Some even camped out, as you heard, in their cars overnight for a taste of the popular chicken sandwich. All right, let's get right to our Regina on. She is live with a check of that crazy drive-through line that people are still waiting in. And Regina, how's it going at this hour?
Yeah, Mark, talk about dedication. These people have been waiting in line, some people since noon this afternoon, and the lines just keep coming and coming. I spoke with a guy here at Chick-fil-A, and he told me that people have been camped out, like you heard, since early yesterday morning. I mean, it's something that I actually personally have never seen. I know it pops up all over the country, but this is really a first for me to see it up close and personal. Take a look at Newport Highway right now. I mean, that line is all the way down to Division and Lincoln here, and that line is not slowing down. These people are really, really excited to get their chicken sandwich, all in good spirits. Look at everybody saying hello. And just to let you guys know, if you do come down here, that line of cars is not going to stop until Colton down to Horner, which is where you want to go in through Home Depot or right by Home Depot. So, but of course, we expect really, really long lines. Of course, you don't want to come out here without knowing that, obviously. But I haven't tried the chicken sandwich here yet. I have had Chick-fil-A before, and I love it. Spicy chicken sandwich is my heart. But some of the people here tell me that the original chicken sandwich has been super popular, hot off the presses, really good. And Dr. Pepper is a drink of choice for me. It's Coke, of course, obviously. But anywho, we'll be out here till 6 o'clock. I did talk to a couple people who did say they were here since 2 o'clock this afternoon, and they say they've been planning for this for about 2 months. So this is something that people are really excited about. But for now, I'll send it back to you guys live here in Spokane. Regina on KREM 2 News.